Hey everybody, let's try that again, now with some audio on. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Malts and Meeples, where we're going to be streaming some more Sleeping Gods here. Don't have much to lead in with today. I have my drink, but it's the same as last week, another Negroni. Sometimes I just get on a Negroni kick, and that's about all that I feel like drinking. It's especially just because they are so, for me, so refreshing. So, before we get going, let me do one thing here. Light's going to adjust slightly. Tweaking the lights slightly here so that it looks a little bit better on the table. Let's get down to the table and we can see what we're dealing with. We still have a bit more shadow on this corner than I'd like, but I'll worry about that for next time. Alright, let's quickly kind of refresh ourselves, our memories, and what had been going on. So, we found this weird guy over here. There was time travel involved. And, or was it over here? One of the two. Time travel involved, but anyways, or either way, we now have a threat that we know of down here, somewhere. I think approximately right here-ish, that we can go deal with. We also saw something take off from one of these volcanoes and crash, supposedly here at this northern beach site, which I think is where we're going to go next, and then we're going to work our way down. As well as we have a few other things that we could be checking out. We robbed a basement. I forget what maneuver is. Or we could head back over here and sail further this way to visit Ulam about his son, since we kind of completed that quest, but we haven't gone back to see him yet. A lot of shopping last time, a lot of exploring. So, let's jump in and let's get started. So, first things first, we're going to want to heal. Everybody is dinged up at this point. We have Audrey weakened, 2 with low morale. So, might as well heal 2 right now. Let's see. Let's heal up. Just heal you twice. 3, 1, and 1. We get a card. When this crew member gains fatigue, remove it. That's not too bad. Or morale, low morale, I should say. As well as then we gain 3 more command tokens. Let's start spending some of these command tokens because I want to spend one here on Captain Odessa to remove a low morale. We have our weakened here on Audrey, so we'll spend 2 on Gregory to remove the weakened. Oh, and if you're wondering, if you're playing along or playing at home with your own copy of the game, I have Gregory's character ability down here. that allows him to heal an extra one when we go to the sick bay. All right. So, let's find our event for today. Merchant Raid. A pirate caravan descends upon a fat Lucran merchant vessel. Help the merchants escape requires a cunning of 6. Well, we're going to try and help them escape. Whatever I flip will work. Cunning of 5. Wow. And place those sideways. That certainly allows us to escape. And we do get a coin out of that. I won't complain about more coins. We're at 6 plus, I mean, that's another equivalent of another 8. So 14. And now, action time. So, let's start by sailing. 2, which means we could sail up to a distance of 1. It's okay. We only wanted to go 1 so that we can explore then with our second action, 103. Curious about this airship. Come on. Where are you? 103. One more page. 103.6 because we have airship. You land with the rescue party a safe distance from the volcano. You can still make out the smoldering wreckage of the airship. Mac shakes her head. I doubt there are any survivors, she says. You hike through the scorched landscape, choking on the dirty air. The balloon is collapsed, and the craft is in shambles. An ornate Lucran-style engineering is to marvel to behold. You grip the brass handrails and climb into the broken window. Hello? Anyone? A hand reaches out from behind a fallen bookshelf. When you lift it free, you find a young man with sharp teeth and black claws instead of fingernails. Blood runs down his face from a head wound. He's a Macrazan, explains Mac, from the south. I'm all right, says the young man. Just help me out. As you climb out again, the ground rubbles. The volcano is erupting. We need a strength check of 8. Well, that's 2. I'm going to get somebody else in here. Let's bring in the good doctor for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to activate the dog to get to 8. As you flee back to the Manticore, you hear a whistle and a ragtag group of thugs surrounds you, heavily armed. He's our business, says one of them, pointing to the Macrazan. He stole that airship and murdered the crew. Hand him over to us, the rightful authorities. The boy says nothing. So we could do a strength check or a cunning. I'm most definitely better at cunning than I am at strength, though I just had to do a cunning recently. You know what? We're gonna go and remove token next time. And remove a fatigue. Somebody might even allow me to do that. A food to, oh yeah. We'll do that here in a minute. But that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only need a 3. I'll discard that. Oh, wait. 5, 6, 7. Discard that for 8. All right, greedy scum, says the leader of the thugs. He hands you a small leather pouch, and you let them tie up the makrazin. This is worth a lot of coin in Lucra City. But that's not the one that I meant to do. Well, in all fairness, it is the one that I'm equipped to do. So, we're up to 15 coin. It's going to be time to go shopping again. I thought that it was talk him out of it. Well, that's what I get for not reading completely. Also, I don't know that I could have gotten to 8 strength. That was a... Well, I could have, because I could have had that. Still, I probably would have had to have gone up on him as well. I didn't have any cards to discard for that, so it is what it is. I'm going to put this here and pay 1 food to clear off that token. So we're getting a little bit better there. Now with that much money, I do feel like I should go back to Lucra City. Well, that's tomorrow's issue. I've already done everything for today. So, start the next day. Now I wonder, do I want to... So I actually want to go back to quarters here. I get a return 2. 1, 2. I get 3. This is why I wanted to go there. Plus her ability allows me, with prey, to remove a low morale. So we're clear of conditions at this point. Damage and some command tokens in play, but that's about it. And a card. Bandage. Instant effect. Restore 2 health to this crew member. So good. It has been a long 2 weeks of work, a lot of training for me, so I'm just tired out. And we've had some plumbing issues the past couple weeks. Everything's been taken care of, like some pain in the butt stuff, but nothing serious. So, or nothing that required like digging holes in the ground or breaking into walls, anything like that. But still just pain in the butt sort of stuff. That's always just stressful. So I'm feeling the tired today. Violent winds. Blistering winds make it difficult to do anything. -1 to fate today, except in combat. Well, then I think we definitely should sail. Because that's a -1 to that, 0. And now, let's go shopping. We're looking at 7 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A mixed salad. I have wisdom. Mythian axe. Ooh, it's not bad. Steamed veggies. Boring. Scoundrel's gear. And twin daggers. Ooh, those twin daggers look pretty good. Though, have the whip on her. I guess you could take daggers. So we have 15 to spend. I think it's time to just keep on our, leveling up our weaponry. Neither of those use eyes, so it doesn't work for Captain Odessa all that well. Spend 8 to get those. They're going to go on Marco here. I mean, that's 4 to hit plus... Oh, he has good defense, though. Still probably leave him on Marco. I could put him on Kanan. But not much better for him, actually. Better to hit. We'll leave him on Marco. We can move him around. Put it on Mac. A little bit better for her. But let's see what else we want. 4 for the Scoundrel's Gear and 4 for the Eye of Wisdom. So that's 2 back. That's actually where I think I'm going to stop. Those 2. Now I have the ability to bump up every single thing. Because the dog, or maybe all but one? All but one. All but the mechanic one. But it's pretty good and also a very fast day. Let's see. I'd love to remove another fatigue or 2. Let's see. If I do this, spend a veg, remove from you. You're way too good at what you do. Trying to see if there's anything else that would make sense to. Let's see. We still have 4. So, command token actually to this. Not the teapot. I swear there's something I looked at for cooking potentially. Maybe I didn't buy it. Doesn't look like I did. So, 4 food. Remove 4 command tokens. Or not command tokens, fatigue. And heal 5. That works. And now we're ready for the start of the next day. Thank you, Table Nuts, for hopping in. I'm glad that you could join, and even for a minute, but yeah, catch up after the fact. Let me know what you think. If this isn't, let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments. So, starting our next day here, could remove. I'm going to actually go here to the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tokens gone. 2 down there. Didn't equip any cards ahead of time. I should spend a command token just to interrupt what's going on here. For Audrey, whenever you cook a recipe, extra 1 health restored. Oh, nice. Yeah, Max, that is exciting that Julian got it, and that it's a fun one to play. And while this is a lot on the table, which is compounded by the fact that I'm doing it in a small portion of my table, it's still pretty easy to play and easy to keep track of basically everything. So hopefully you have a good time with it when you do get it to the table. Each time a fatigue is removed from this crew member, restore 1 health to another crew member. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. So we've done that. Now we're on to our event. Coral Nest. The delicate nest of glittering serpent eggs rests below the waves. Steal the eggs. Failure. Well, it's cunning. It's cunning, so I feel like I should... Cunning of 6. That's a 3 right there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't give anybody else fatigue. So we gain 2 meat from that. Only option. I'm surprised that they didn't give me maybe another option on that one. And now let's get to adventuring. Yeah. And airship is gone. I'm still annoyed that I misread that one a little bit because I think I could have gotten more than just money, especially with that pull of shopping items. That was not a great one. I probably could have done better helping him out, but I really wasn't in great position for strength. So, let's see. What do we feel like doing today? Restore 2 health, discard +1. Each time fatigue is removed. Oh, I wish I could add another one to Kasumi because I'm going to be adding to her fairly often. Gregory Little. I mean, let's make it so we're more likely to give you fatigue. You don't even have, technically, an ability yet because that is an upgrade. Alright. So here we go. Let's get sailing. We're going to activate Audrey to sail. 2, 3, 4. That gets us into the range of sailing 2. And then we do have to deal with that 6 anchors. But now, I only have to place a fatigue on you, most likely, on Gregory Little, because he has 3 anchors. 4, 5. I have wisdom. Gets me 2 more. 6 and 7. So we've made it through. And now we're going to sail again. Activating no one here. 5. So that actually gets us 2 movement. We're looking to page 6 here. 1. I suspect our dude's gonna be in here that we're going for. Or here, because that's fairly scary. 2. Oh, the crypts of Hall? So now we're set up to go either way, but this map is obviously split this way by challenges, and I just have to decide which one I want to go for. I'm tempted to actually go to the Crypts of Hall next turn and maybe do some exploring there first, because if I explore there first, I can potentially put more fatigue out, maybe have more damage, and then the following turn go to port and take the port action to clear off a fatigue and 2 damage from everybody. Right now, I mean, that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are being affected by that, but not quite as good as return on the investment as I've had sometimes. That drinks, the Negronis drink way too smoothly for me. And by that I mean in the best possible way. If I do that, well, I only have one token out. Don't think I'm going to equip alert to anybody at this point. I gave him an extra card to be able to get 3 anchors, which, I mean, is good for his attack. This, I forgot Laurent Lapointe has 4 already. Kasumi has 2. My goodness, we are set for anchors, that is for sure. So, let's see. I could dig, I could do the sick bay, heal 2. I don't care so much about that. I have no low morale on anybody, so I'm actually going to go to the quarters. It's not the best time to do so. It does give me 3 command tokens. And a card. So it's an eye symbol, and you can discard it to remove a low morale. That card will get burned, because I'm not assigning that to anybody. That's for sure. Alright. We've done that. Let's see what we have for today. Oh boy, rats. Exterminate them. 7 cunning, or place this card next to the board until you reshuffle the event deck. Each time you draw 1 or 2, yeah, no. We're definitely going to port. That's 3 cunning. For 5, to draw a 2. So 4. That's gone. No health lost. We are good to go. So start out. We're gonna sail. But we got a 1 to sail, so we sail there. And I'm going to explore. Like I said, I don't mind getting into a fight right now to take some damage because I'm at a port. And with that, I'll be able to potentially deal with something else. So if I have sleep or dreams keywords, I do not. I'd go to spots. Haphazard wooden boats sway into a crumbling pier lined with broken statues. You watched robed acolytes hobble among tiers of ancient stone buildings, carrying smoking incense and offerings into the dark crypt entrances beyond. The place feels heavy, as if it's straining under a weight of numberless unseen eyes, as if straining. So we could donate to the acolytes. We could explore the crypts, requires keyword dead. We do not have that. We could take a flower to Gliglion. We do not have the keyword flower. We could leave. So let's donate. We have more than our 6. Your eternal bounce is counted, says one of the acolytes when you drop the coins into an offering plate. Then he takes you aside. If you truly wish to help us, you'll find a way to keep the dead dead. They won't stay down in the crypts. One of our head instructors died last year and moved right back into his house, and now he won't leave. He's filling the place with maggots. It's revolting. So we get quest card 138. dead. And can return to make another selection. So, well, I mean, we have the ability to make useful selection now because we have the keyword dead. Check this shrine to Thrak, says one of the acolytes. The undead like it down there. You pass through a maze of corridors. Along the walls, rows of skeletons watch you from dark, empty eye sockets. Thrak's hideous image, carved into a sharp rock, occupies the center of the shrine. His bird-like features leer down at you. A sound rumbles up from the corridors like the slap of boiling oatmeal. Undead creatures shuffle into view. That's a number of them. $15, $17, $18, $25, and $26. Skeletal Hunter, Warrior, Flying Eye, Infernal Jackal, and Drawing Dead. Let's get into combat. Oh man, that's a bummer. The Drawing Dead are at the edge here. Drop them in, say next to, I don't know who. The Infernal Jackal. Makes them way easier to kill. However, I mean, Captain Odessa is +2 to hit and deals 7 damage. That's enough to take them out. Especially, oh. Can do this before diving into combat. So as we were going through that adventure story arc, Kasumi is back in business, but I think we want to start with Mac. Because it's more important to get that extra... Oh yeah, we get 2 extra command tokens. Gain 2 command at the start of combat. It doesn't say return them ever. Sweet. So we're up to 5 command. Let's see what we got here. Mac... +4 to hit, and it's going to deal only 3 damage though. Oh, can't take anyone out. Most unfortunate. Raphael could get +3 to hit and 4 damage. You know what? We're going to start with Raphael here. 4, 7. Targeting this guy. That was my plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. He actually gets to do 5, 6 damage. 1. So, the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to then drop that on Captain Odessa. Captain Odessa now is going to attack. +2 to hit. +2. All these are 5. So let's do the Skeletal Hunter. Seems to have the most health. +2. 3, 4, 5. But hits for 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Doesn't really matter. 7. she doesn't get hit back. Don't have to worry about that defense token. Now I just need somebody to deal 2 damage, but I also have set up where who can deal me a good chunk of damage. Can deal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love to get somebody who can deal me 7. 6 doesn't hurt. Kasumi. 5 to hit or 2 to hit with 3, 4, 5, 6. Kasumi it is. We're going to target the Infernal Jackal here. Plus 2, 3, 4. Now, looking at abilities here. 4. Going to spend 1 to reflip. 1, 2. 7. 7's plenty. Hit for 3, 5 here. And using this ability, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, avoiding the hit from the Infernal Jackal. Now the issue is these two are a long ways away. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get there. And even with Kasumi's token, Laurent can get up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just need to hit. Target, let's start with the Skeletal Warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I think I only needed 6. 4 plus 0, though. It's nothing. Kasumi's ability here will look only allows you to redraw the fate if it was 1. Oh, though I would have been using the whip. So plus 5, because that's an auto hit. Because even that 2, 3... Oh, wait. Okay, gotta track. U, TU, TU. Laurent is a plus 0. So that is just a 4. It's not a 1, so I can't use hers to reflip. I think Laurent just takes 2 damage. Is there anything I can do? Okay. Can remove all command tokens from a card. Put another command token on that card. So he's not damaged yet. With this... Oh! He was at full health. I don't even need to do that. He's at full health, so he has plus 1 to hit. It's not a discard ability or anything like that. So we still get to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Single bit of combat there. Let me slot these back into the deck. Let me put these in numerical order to make it easier for myself. 15, 16, 17, 18. We're starting to hit hard, which is really nice, because I think that's one thing I've noticed, is that the crew is very fragile in terms of health. Like, if you don't hit somebody, or if you don't take somebody out, they're basically guaranteed to do half your life, probably, back in damage. But I got through that combat where I was like, okay, I'm okay taking damage without actually taking damage. So we complete that. Among the piles of decaying flesh, you find a head that is still moaning. Thrak returns. Thrak returns. Thrak returns. Thrak returns. It repeats like a record on a dreary loop. Mac walks up to the head and steps on it with a look that says, I've dealt with this before. I don't know why Mara Johnson from Atlanta has this accent, but I'm doing a voice right now. What do you mean, brute? She leans. The head stops short, surprised at her response. Thrak returns? It mumbles. He can't return. He's sleeping, says Mac. The head hesitates. His power returns. You mean there's a totem causing this? Says Mac. Where is it? A servant, starts the head. One of the acolytes. Which one? Says Mac, leaning with all her weight on the heads. The red one? Squeaks the head. You leave the head and return to the surface, Mac wiping the bottom of her shoes with every step. Disgusting, she mumbles. Back in town, you search for an acolyte with red robes. When you ask the other acolytes, one of them nods. Yes, you went into the crypts. He took a boat to the east. Most likely he went to hide at the Temple of Thrak in the old jungle. So, 5 coins. Assuming those are 5s. I'm using them as 5s, so it's all good. I know I have a pencil. Accio pencil. Oh, nice. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to bug me until I spend it. And we return to the ship, ending today. So, before we end today, let's look. We're going to drop command token on alert. Kanan. Discard this, it's +1. Or, and then it says to give them +1. It doesn't say that you have to do it beforehand. So I'm not going to play it that way. I'm not going to play that I have to do it beforehand. So I can see if I hit, because if I hit, that takes his damage from 3, 4 to 3, 4, 5, with potentially placing a cube on that to even get up to 6. And then still have 3 command tokens left. I don't care too much about the bandages. That I don't think it's going to be that worth it to pay a food. I can't pay a food to remove there. Don't have low morale. Don't have frightened. Oh, could use Mac. No matter what. Audrey. Nothing's worth me spending it on here. So let's dive into the last day. And last day for this one. I don't think we're gonna, I guess I'm going around this way at this point in time. Temple to the east. Now I'm curious. Temple of Thrax to the east. That's a door there at number 9. Could be right there at 207. That looks a little bit like it could be a temple. Or that actually just might look like it's in the middle of the water. So, temple to the east. It's probably this. If I had to guess, it's where the Temple to Thrax is. They tend not to spread stuff out too far. At least from what I've seen. So, really, with all that, we just have 2 cubes. 2 command tokens out. I do want to do this to start the day. I don't care about healing. I don't care about removing anything there. I'm just going to get 2. Draw this one. Adrenaline plus 1 damage if this crew member has 3 or more damage. That's not bad. Yeah, that's actually really not bad. That might be decent to put on Raphael here. Yeah, I'm just going to do it right now. Put on Raphael. Then, port. So port, we can spend 4 coins. Nice thing you can do, as many port actions as you want. Heal up to 2 per character. Move command tokens. Horrible return on investment there. I'm still doing it because it's needed. Okay, no need for a healer. Spend some XP. We have 6. Could bump up Marco. Swapping ingredients, not a big deal. Rare catch for Laurent. Not bad, not bad. I just want to get straight. Let's go straight to the 6s here. We have Kanan. Kanan can place pistol damage diagonally. He's hitting for 5 when he hits. That's tough to say no to. Gregory. Restore health if somebody's down to 0. Raphael places splash damage. Only 1 of the damage needs to be placed on the target enemy. Mac during the end of the round. Or defense during the end of the round. Yeah, no, Kanan, you're getting an upgrade here. I'm just going to slide that there. Dealing damage diagonally is huge. Like, I thought Captain Odessa's token was okay at the start, but honestly, that is huge. Especially, if you can get that and drop it on Kasumi. Best case scenario, you're dealing 6 damage with a diagonal. Worst case scenario, you're up here if you've decided to use the whip to hit, dealing 5. It's just a lot. I already drew. Gain command. Lapralaradon. A shadow darkens the water below the ship. Outrun the creature. 6 craft. Or attack the creature. I do have 3. You can use Marco to get to 4. Then I only have to flip a 3. Or I could use Craft, where Audrey is at 2. Either way, I'm going to have to... I'm much better using Strength. Much better using Strength. So that's 3. 4. Flip. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we gain a meat. All right, so now let's consider where we go. I'd love to sail, and I think that's a better direction for me to sail right now. So let's activate Audrey plus 2, 3. Oh, I don't want a 3. Kasumi to allow me to reflip a 5 because I wanted to sail 2 no matter what. And we're going to activate Gregory plus 2. Plenty. We don't take any damage from that ship hazard there. So now I'm putting money on 9 being the temple. And we're going to explore. We're not going to sail any further. Anything like that. We don't have Laukat Cannon. And we don't have Serpent. Though, now that I remember this, let me double check one thing. Guarantee we didn't change keywords. Oh yeah, we did complete quest 38. I doubt Thrax is a serpent. Getting us quest 139. Fancy. Red. An acolyte using a totem of Thrak caused an undead scourge. He fled before we could find him, but one of the acolytes told us he went to the Temple of Thrak in the jungle on the island to the east. Okay. Let me consider... screw it, I wouldn't have gone this way anyways. So, let's take that back. We'll leave that flipped. We're doing the retcon because I forgot to grab that card. Basically, I pulled back those 2 tokens because I would have just paid to move to that 1. I didn't look at anything on 9 because I was like, oh wait, I think I forgot to pull. So we're going to go to 52. The cliffs of a jungle island. 52. In the cliffs of a jungle island, a pack of obsidian-haired monkeys with red eyes swing down the vines on the rock face and leap onto the ship's deck. They watch you for a moment, then scatter across the ship, running through corridors, ripping open boxes of supplies, and screaming with glee. 8 strength. One, two, three. 4, 5, 6, 7. Activate our puppy for 8. The last monkey leaps into the ocean, swimming towards the island. Everyone is covered with scratches and bites. The ship is a mess. I hate this place. I hate this place, says Audrey quietly, cleaning a bite wound from her arm. Audrey takes damage. Gain a low morale. Lose food or material. Actually, gonna lose a material here. I'm gonna give Audrey low morale. And then we gain XP. I had forgotten to cross off my XP. So we're sitting at 1 available. So at least there was that. I fairly well wasted our time doing that though. And Raphael, what did I spend his ability on? We sailed. Did we do a strength check over here? I think we want to be up there at number 5 now. And I need to have Raphael back up and ready to fight. So, I mean, I'm going to know what to do here. No matter what. Let me grab my mouse. And this giant mouse pad that I'm playing on. Let's come back up here. So, there we have it. Another chunk of adventure in the books, and I don't know that I made any decision that I would consider a good decision. I made the mistake on the one of them, and I mean, I put money on that it's here at 101. Should have sailed there. Should have just done what I did. Now I have a low morale. Can get rid of that at the quarters. Probably should sail down here next time. See what happens. But, I mean, that's kind of the fun of this game. I feel like, with the exception of me misreading one of those things, all I've really done is explored in a really fun way. And even making that mistake was like, okay, I was kicking myself, but I'm set up to handle cunning. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5 is great. I don't have that much strength with my guys out here. So I feel like I probably would have made that decision anyways. But with that, thank you everybody for joining and watching, or watching this after the fact. I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope that you're enjoying this gameplay. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And this is a game that really keeps on engaging me in the story that it is telling. If you enjoy this content, I do have other content out there as well. There's plenty of previous gameplays to check out. And for part 8 of Sleeping Gods, that's going to be next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. But there's also other content that I put out at nerdologist.com, as well as, if you're a Marvel fan, 10-Minute Marvel every Tuesday is a podcast that I put out Marvel news, Marvel topic, all condensed down into 10 minutes. Quick way to check in for you, anybody on what the news that might be happening with the MCU or with the comics or with the Marvel board games that are coming out. And yeah, just a good time. So, thank you so much for watching. If you want to know when I go live, like I said, it is generally every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. But you can also subscribe. If you subscribe, click that notification bell. With that, you'll know when I go live. But with that, I'd say bottoms up, but my Negroni is long gone at this point. So, have a good one.